Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Collection Crib. I am your host, Tylercloud. Today, we're going to be unboxing the Virtual Boy for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, but for this episode, we're only going to test it on the original Nintendo Switch. 30 years ago, Game Boy creator Gunpei Yokoi created the Virtual Boy, and well, it didn't do so well. They canceled it in March of '96. Is the Virtual Boy really that bad? Well, from experience, I can tell you this thing was interesting. In 2010, I was able to get my own Virtual Boy. I forget how much it was, but it came in the box, and for 2 weeks, it worked. And then the right lens just shut down. And then from there, I was only given a half-lensed Virtual Boy experience. And then it finally shut down completely, and I've always wanted to get my hands on another Virtual Boy, but good lord, they're expensive. However, on my birthday in 2025...
Virtual Boy. This recreates the form of the original Virtual Boy hardware by inserting a console to play. Both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are supported.
And as of recording, this is the day before its actual release on the Switch. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up the box, check out the actual accessory itself, put the Switch in it, and just kind of, check it out. And then on the part 2, we're going to see the actual Nintendo Switch games come in action. Hopefully my camera will present pretty good footage. And if not, I'll just do what I can, because I can't really upload the footage from the Switch because it's going to be in the console and it's not plugged into the dock. So, it's going to be a little difficult to actually show, a perfect Virtual Boy game on screen without using this camera to zoom in on the actual peripheral. But that's okay. We're going to do what we can. So let's just go ahead and open up this amazing peripheral. Let me turn this off. Whoop, goodness gracious. I still hate these little things. Oh, and it fell off. Yeah, my old Switch here has been around for almost 10 years, and it's about to get an interesting use now. So it's interesting. There's no tape. It's a good way not to damage the box. Hopefully I don't do it, so let me see here. I'm just trying to slip it out. There we go. All right, not too shabby. Side parts out. Nope, nothing else in there, just cardboard. Alright, look at this thing. Beautiful. Covered in tape here. Let me peel that off. Okay. Wow, really cool. Let me get the other stuff out of the box, because I know there are legs in there. There they are. Okay. And there are a few other things inside. I have to find out what that is. Nothing else in the box. Yeah, really cool box. I'm definitely gonna save it. Virtual Boy. Look at that. Just like the original. Size-wise, I think it's the same. I wish I had my original Virtual Boy to test it, but let me see here. When I try to get camera footage. Oh boy. Do I have to stick my phone inside the actual thing? Well, we'll see. If it really looks bad, then I won't do it, but we'll just kind of see how we go from here. But the Virtual Boy, this is just a, let's see, let me actually open her up, where we're going to put the Switch and able to play the games. Oh, there we go. Fascinating. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to put the Switch inside, but first let me put the leg attachments on it. This thing's so freaking awesome. This brings me back, 2010. Those 2 weeks, I think it was March of 2010 is when I got it. Bring the camera back a little bit so we can get a full view of this thing. Raise it up a little bit. There we go. So here is the outside of the Virtual Boy. Very lovely. Love the red and black. Definitely feels a little bit heavier than the original from what I can remember. Alright, so if you have the second Nintendo Switch, you're not gonna need to do anything, but since I only have the first one, what you're gonna need to do is take this part off. Really, I think they should have just made this separate, just so you can attach it yourself, but that's okay. While I get this thing unscrewed, let's look at the dedication to detail, but not 100% functional. This is just a flat surface, just to look like what the Virtual Boy used to have, that controller input, and the cable that never came out. It's supposed to be like a multiplayer thing. And that's kind of a bummer. How come it didn't come with a controller, or at least like a replica of it? You think there'd be like a, you know, kind of like a Nintendo Switch Virtual Boy controller? Maybe in the future. One more. All right. So after that's unscrewed, you're gonna want to take the little part that it came with, the first Nintendo Switch, and you're gonna attach it on the bottom here, and then put the screws back in. And there we go. So we got the original Nintendo Switch attachment on there. So until I get the Nintendo Switch 2, I shall place you back into the box. All right, so now we can officially attach the legs. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, there is no cartridge slot. It's just kind of the illusion, but let's go ahead and put the Switch inside the Virtual Boy. So I put it in the right way, put the Switch right here. Actually, let me tilt it so you guys can see how, whoop, good Lord. Oh goodness. Okay, we put it right there. So there's like the mechanism in there. All you gotta do is just slide it. Just right in there, right in the middle. Yep, just close it. So now let's see how it looks with the camera, if I will able to show you guys. Oh boy.
12 o'clock midnight.
I just really wish I was able to record this off the television, but I'll try to give you guys just another example. Without too much reflection issues. Okay, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3D Tetris. This is actually one of the games I've never played. It was definitely one of the more expensive ones on eBay back in the day, and still is. Let me just go ahead and actually put this in the Virtual Boy so we can see how the experience actually is. Hey, Midna. All right, so let's see what we got here. And here is the actual control I'm going to use for the Virtual Boy. Oh boy, and how am I going to actually sit this thing? This looks lovely. So this is the best way that I was able to fit my phone inside the Virtual Boy. So forgive me if not everything is in view, but, and if it appears a little blurry or reflective, please forgive me. This is such a task. But let's go ahead and try to check out some of these games. First, we're gonna check out Telroboxer. So if you're into Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, this is kind of like that, but with robots. Such a unique concept. Surprised this didn't get a sequel or like another port. Alright, so let's see, how do we punch this guy? Alright, so L and R are the punching triggers. Definitely gonna take some time to get used to this game, but I remember playing it back in the day, and I thought it was interesting. But definitely gonna have to get used to the controls now, since this is not the actual Virtual Boy controller. 3D Tetris. This is definitely an interesting concept. 3D Tetris. I don't know, at this point, it doesn't matter about the gameplay. I'm just trying to give you guys the footage. Not too shabby. Here we got Galactic Pinball. Let's check out the gameplay here. Typical pinball game. Nintendo. T-E-E.
E&E Soft present.
Let's see how we do this here. Ooh, into the rough. So this game is pretty much a red and black version of a Vectrix game. You know what Vectrix is? Oh god, neither do I. Never played it, probably never will. That was kind of cool. Look at those guys there. It's actually kind of interesting. The little details of the humans. Yeah, sure, it's red and black, but still, that's actually kind of cool. You know, say what you want about the Virtual Boy. I mean, people give it crap for so many years, but remember, exclusive games make a console. And that's what this has. I mean, I don't think there's any other game on the Virtual Boy that's anywhere else, I think. I don't think any other game on the Virtual Boy has a port elsewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment down below, but yeah, this thing's awesome. Oh, it's February. I'm not ready for a haunted season yet. Walking along the hallway, just minding my own business. Da, da, da. What a lovely house. Oh, I gotta meet the owner. You know, he seems like a swell guy. Oh my god, what the heck is that? Oh god! I gotta let the landlord know, or whoever owns this house, that there's a freaking brain creature in here. Or he'll kill me. Rope! Now, I did own Wario Land back in 2010, and I remember it being really, really fun. Didn't really get far, but I remember being just like, huh. Like, Wario's first game was on the Virtual Boy? Wonder why they didn't port it or give it a, you know, proper remake. Well, I guess it's the best they're really gonna do. So the Virtual Boy is supposed to have multicolored lenses coming out later this year, I think. So it'll definitely be interesting to see the Virtual Boy in different colors, like green, blue, and I think even black and white. So it'd be kind of cool to see Wario Land in different colors. But yeah, definitely one of the few. Oh god, no! Get out of the lava! No! Get out there! But this is definitely one of those experiences that, you know, now millions of people are going to be able to play now. And like, let's see, just moving it. No, my eyes don't hurt. You know, it's fine. I mean, even though it's just a couple of minutes, but I still think this is really cool. $100. I bought it off the Nintendo store. It's funny, my brother wanted some Pokemon cards, and I sold him $100 worth, and I'm like, perfect. And this was, this sold out for a little while, and I was able to pick it up when it just got back on the Nintendo store. So, oh, thank goodness I was able to get it. So, $100 in store, and there's that $25 cardboard one, which I really don't really care for, but you know, a replica of the exact console. You know, all you got, like I said, put the Switch in there and it's all good to go. You know, it's not the exact replica. You know, of course, like the Switches don't move like the original one did. These were like lens focus mechanisms. And then, of course, what was the other side? What was it? Where are you? You know, the volume adjuster and the earplug. Nope. They don't work, so amazing accessory. Definitely hardcore Nintendo fans are going to enjoy this. It's really awesome that Nintendo is bringing this out from the dust of non-existence. And, you know, who knows, maybe the CDI will be brought back, or the Sega Saturn, which I hope. So Sega, please get on that. If Nintendo can acknowledge the Virtual Boy, I think Sega can acknowledge the Sega Saturn. So, you know, not exactly the greatest in-depth in the games if I would have wanted to, but for what I've seen so far, I mean, this is really cool. It just looks like how it looked from 1995, just with the Switch buttons and screenshots and whatnot inside. But, you know, it's free to download online. But you know, the experience will not be there unless you have this, you know, unless you have the actual peripherals. So pick it up on the Nintendo store, $100 or the $25 one for the cardboard, and I think you'll have an interesting experience, just like the players did in 1995, and just like I did in 2010, and just how I'm going to re-experience it in 2026. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this episode of the Collection Crib. I thank you all for watching. Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you Collection Cribbers next time.
Am I ugly?